Hey there, Hammer fam. Welcome back to HammeredHead. Today we're looking at the Vintage Collection Tantive 4 Corridor Playset. Pretty excited for this one. I've heard great things about it. It looks really cool on the box here. They got a dope scene from the movie setup. Nice action shot. You can get a lot of different characters in here. You can see 3PO's hiding in the back there. We get a carded Rebel Fleet Trooper on a Rogue One card back, which is pretty sweet. Get the Star Wars backing on the full box, but then the figure is Rogue One. So it's like a little mixed set opportunity there. That'd be pretty sweet. Just looking around the box. Some cool images of Vader with some stormtroopers. Fleet troopers escorting the droids around. I don't know how R2 gets over this door. You're gonna have to fly over or something. That's kind of unfortunate. And here we got the droids with Princess Leia hiding out back. And then here's some options. So if you get a few of these, you can combine the hallways to make like a whole establishment, which is pretty cool. I only have the one, but I think that'll be good enough for making some dioramas, but if you really want to get into some photography, pick up a couple of these. And then the back of the box is just the same. Very cool. I'm excited for this thing. I think it's going to definitely liven up the shelf, so let's take a look at it. Alright, this is how it looks out of the box. We do get this little old Kenner style instruction manual, which we'll put to use in a second. Just take this off. There are a bunch of these sort of hallway panel connector things. There's the wall itself. That looks really dope. Carded figures packed in pretty nice, which we'll take a look at in a sec. And then the rest of the doors, the wall pieces under here. So packed pretty efficiently, and then you saw that instruction manual. We'll just put that thing together right now and see how it looks. All right, one thing just to be careful of is this little pack of pegs is just kind of taped to one of the pieces of cardboard. So I almost missed it. Just watch out for it, make sure you don't accidentally throw it away. But this is kind of a cool concept. Instead of having pegs on the playset, they just give you like a little pack of pegs that you can put into the figure's feet, and then the peg holes are on the floor. So it's a little less obstructive, but you can still get the figures to stand up like that. All right, here we got the whole thing assembled. It is a little bit bigger than I expected, but it looks really dope. I can definitely see why people would want to get several of these for their collection. If we get a closer look, it's like you're really inside the Tantive 4 here. A lot of fun detailing on the walls, some cool panels. I think the shade of white they went with is pretty sweet. Some of this stuff I think could have used a little more detail, like this here. But, you know, it's not bad. I'm just happy that it's on there at all. And then the doors go... So that's pretty dope. Both of these door panels I think are the same. So they're pretty interchangeable. But it assembles pretty easily. You can take it apart just as easily too. So if you get one, you decide you want more, you want to rearrange it or whatever, it's pretty simple to swap it out with new parts. This part on the back I think is kind of meh. This is like a fun addition, I guess, but the back wall is unfinished. You can still see like the little pieces of plastic that hold it together. So I think if you look at it from the side, it's kind of cool, but then there's like no background or anything. So nice effort, but this is kind of a miss for me. But the good thing is the wall or the door panels are painted and decorated on both sides. So if you're into photography or whatever, you can get some pretty cool shots here. We've secured the ship, sir. No more signs of life. What's that? Alright, now we can take a closer look at the included figure. So this is the Rebel Fleet Trooper. Again, he's on a Rogue One card back with a really crazy image here. I think this is a lot of people's favorite scene from the movie. I think it was pretty cool. Not necessarily my favorite, but definitely it's top 10. It's kind of a goofy image, but it kind of seals in the frantic happenings that were going on there. You can see some other guys in the background. So they're all going to die, but at least they were immortalized in plastic first. So it's a really nice shade of blue on the background. He's got some cool accessories in here. VC183, pretty decent wave back here. It is the thinner card back. It's a little flimsy, so just be careful if you're a carded collector. But I think this guy's going to look pretty cool, so we're going to open him up. Here we have him out of the box. He looks really good. You can definitely tell he's an older figure. But I think the overall appearance and detailing on him is pretty good. So again, he's got a really cool shade of blue on his shirt. The black vest looks really nice, the way it's detailed. It is sculpted onto the body, so you can't remove it. But, you know, it's fine. The helmet looks pretty sweet. Sits on his head really comfortably. It's got a little antenna. It is painted silver up here, which is nice. He's got a pretty good grip on his blaster here. No holster, but that's not the end of the world. And then if you look at his face, he looks pretty determined. He looks fierce, I'd say. So that's great. Got a belt buckle painted on, and then pants are pretty generic. But that's a decent sculpt. It's got some pockets. And then boots are a little dull, just black. No real interesting sculpt there or anything. So for an army builder, I think this guy's pretty good. He probably do with an update because this is an iconic character, or iconic soldier uniform. But for now, you know, could do a lot worse. All right, in addition to that blaster, we get 3 more accessories. One is this speedometer thing. Whatever this thing is that the guy scans in the Millennium Falcon with on Yavin. I think that's what this is supposed to be. Not painted, but it's a decent sculpt. So if you guys want to have someone on guard shift monitoring traffic, you have that option. And then the other things are just things that the guy can wear. So it's got this little ammo belt thing that can go on his ankle, and you'll see it actually has a peg on it. And if you look closely on his right ankle, he's got a peg hole. So let's see if we can slide that in. Maybe. Oh, goodness. All right, there it is once it's all the way on. It's a little small, doesn't totally connect in the back, but the good thing about having that peg is that it doesn't need to. So that's pretty cool. It looks like something actually broke off there, but I don't think it did. I don't really know what that's about. But from the front, you can't even tell. Looks good. Awesome accessory. Probably could have been sculpted on, but now you have the option to display him with or without. And then last up is his hat. So if he's not in combat, you can pop that helmet off. Get a nice little look at his hair. And now he's got a hat. He can just be a generic crew member. I always thought having like baseball hats in Star Wars was silly. But they're in there nonetheless, so pretty cool that we got the accessory for it now too. So the articulation is really going to be what shows this character's age the most. He's got a swivel head, ball shoulders that actually move decently. Ball elbows go about 90, swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, and this is really the worst part about it. Then we got ball knee, just shy of 90, and then ball ankles that have pretty not great movement. So yeah, I think those swivel hips are the things that need to upgrade the most. Otherwise, this is a pretty good looking figure. Special guest Salmonella will now give her opinion of Tantive 4 Corridor. What do you think, buddy? Yeah? Oh, somebody likes it. All right, that's what we got for the Tantive 4 Corridor playset with included Rebel Fleet Trooper. Big fan of this set. I think this is pretty much the ideal way Hasbro should do these. If you're going to have a modular playset, you should definitely put an army builder in there. because when people buy a bunch of these to stick them all together, now you get a bunch of Fleet Troopers to occupy it. So really good decision, great figure, really needs an update, but for the time being is good enough. I definitely wouldn't let that stop you from picking up this playset. It might be worth getting two, but if you just want one, it gets the job done. It's big enough, you can fit a ton of figures in here for a diorama or backdrop or whatever you're going to use it for. And we got some pretty fun play features with those sliding doors. So I wouldn't recommend this enough. I think it's really cool. Definitely worth picking up. If you see it, grab it. But let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the Patreon page. And don't forget, stay hammered.